we decided to change things around. So for this week, we thought it'd be nice, give Tier 3 a bit of a spotlight and see
hear the stream
what
echo
they
from
have
Grandad's
in store.
microphone.
And good thing too, because it is our sprint weekend in Austria tonight, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah.
It's going to be a fun one.
Yeah, you normally can hear it. It's quiet.
For Tier 2 or the Tier 1 broadcast self-hosted on the Tuesday, then you know exactly how this works. But if you're new here, we have sprint qualifying.
No, that's what we can hear it from.
Then we have an additional one-shot qualifying for the feature race and a 36-lap romp around the Red Bull Ring of Austria.
I ain't got it open.
10 turns to
no, we can hear the actual prospects Twitch streamer off your
course,
microphone.
as you're going to be dealing with some elevation change, particularly turn 4. That's where you catch a lot of drivers out. Good run out of the final corner will set you up nicely with an overtake into turns 2 and 3. And
no, I haven't got any streamer.
Is turn 2 actually a corner? But let's see. We'll find out, of course. And with our drivers now making their way to the track, only question on our minds is who's going to be crowned first. It's one-shot qualifying.
We're going balanced or harder here.
As well. So let's see
who
has what it takes. Right out the gate, looks like we are going to be seeing a couple of familiar faces, and in the championship, we do have a little bit of a melding and mixing around between different drivers. So in the lead of the championship, so Prince Oro in the Kick Sauber, 107 points. Lee Q is going to be in second place.
Win 3 Discord might then.
70 points, and then 60 points
for the Discord,
is going to be with
I don't know how.
And a couple of other faces we may have seen from the team.
Only now and then, anyway. It's done it before.
Likes of CJQ.
I think that's just the first time I've noticed because I'm connecting my microphone to my Xbox for once.
There we had Cruz team as well from the Tier 1 broadcast, but he's not, don't think he's going to be in here tonight.
Okay.
Where we are, trackside now. We're going to see who has
still not sure what setup to run, so
takes.
Just remember putting yourself on, lads. Oh my god, someone's already done it.
Fairly tightly spread.
That's one of the
towards
reserves,
that top
I bet,
5, because we've got a lot of championship leading talent on the course today.
Remember to tap the fuel out.
And then in 20 seconds, we'll be going hot with the one-shot quali. There's only one chance here.
I'm going to invalidate
the
turn 1, I bet you.
You've got to be so careful around this course.
Particularly
validating out the final corner. Too much runoff.
On getting a lap
killed so many laps
in
the past.
I'm going to be mute. Well, I'm just going to be quiet
treading
until
that fine line between push
what the hell?
Keeping it on.
Well, I'm in cockpit.
But let's go and see what the racers have to offer.
I'm in cockpit.
With the Kick Sauber, Prince Oro.
I'm in cockpit.
First things off. Connor and Ninjinho is going to be 2 DNFs from the session. Looks like we're migrating hosts. There's been a couple of hiccups.
Fucking someone sack the host,
and,
man.
Looks like actually.
I'm not gonna lie though. I just took that first corner beautifully.
I'm still going.
I fucked it up after.
Some drivers are still going to use this as a practice opportunity. For example, Rob Casplay. There's still going to be a little bit of valuable insight gained, but we are going to be having a lobby restart to start things off. So a bit of an interesting turn of events at the opening here. A little bit of gravel dip for Rob Kaz, but chances for drivers to get their bearings.
Unfucking real, mate.
And it
we're restarting
like
them. I'm just still doing my lap.
Have as well. Turns out the lobby restart was due to
5.5. Yay.
5.5 on cockpit. Go on.
A chance to get a little bit of practice in.
105.5.
See if that pace holds up with
I
the
actually
session
can
restart.
play cockpit on this game.
A little bit of a pre-fire there.
That's because I removed the Halo part.
As we are going to be seeing
it is picking up. How do I stop that?
And hopefully we'll be getting very swiftly back into the session momentarily. Now, I'm going to be just quickly seeing what is going on, but we will, I think, head to an intermission screen for just a couple of minutes. Sorry for the abrupt restart following just getting.
I think it was getting restarted anyway because someone.
Just a moment. We'll do trackside for sprint quali in full in just a sec.
10 minutes late. We're probably got an issue. It's actually funny to think. Yeah, we were delayed by 10 minutes and we've already had an issue.
I know. Yeah. Absolutely. All right, we try again. I'm going to struggle today. Too many cars on. Too many cars on the grid.
You mean this is the norm? This is 20. It would have been interesting if they added an Apex and Connor Sport to this, so we can have it in 24 cars.
All it sounds fantastic.
Ladies and gentlemen,
we'll wait this time, guys.
And welcome back.
I'm sorry, the lifespan
We've had our lobby reset.
is 26 laps.
But we are going to be joining the racers one more time, hopefully with no issues.
I want to know what they're smoking.
And we will see exactly
Ferrari's hopes and dreams
going on with our racers. So now it's going to be a proper shot at sprint quali. We did see a 105.5 previously from CJQ. Robcast play getting a little bit further in a 106.2, guys, and I think he could have got a 105 if he hadn't hit
just
the
hear
gravel.
Grandad's POV of the stream again.
It's coming. It's Discord that's picking it up.
The question is, who's going to be the one to take away the pole position?
It's all good.
Predictions, of course,
I can listen to bits.
And
through goes CJ.
And CJ's back in the fucking pit lane wall again. God damn it!
For the sprint race.
Oh, somebody started.
We're going to stay in
Somebody
all the way sprint race, and then we'll have a short intermission as well.
Yeah, I mean, at least
as
we've got
we
5
switch
seconds longer.
Over to OSQ for the feature. Personally, I know that we've got a couple of talents who are coming in
we're just
from
going to have to check that safety car's on
yesterday, so my eyes are on them. They're proven
Mate, I'm telling you now, if the lobby gets reset again, I'll probably
under their belt. So I'm relying on them to be a bit more consistent and see what they have in the pocket. But starting off with current championship leader Prince Oru in the kick. Sauber here making his way through for the first corner. Turn 2 now. See him pump everything into it, well into second and third corners, and now breaking just after the 100-meter board and looking nice and clean while he does it. Lucifer Shahid is going to be our first retiree, although I think he disconnected, so that was not necessarily a bowing out of the qualifying so much as it is not connecting to the session proper. Ori is going to be actually in third place, a little bit wobbly in turns 4 and 5 here, now into turn 6. See arcing his way down the hill, lots of elevation downwards, so you've got to be careful with how your tyres are gripping up, because once you of course camber inwards and start going back uphill, get extra mechanical grip, but can make your rear end a little bit unstable. Let's see Ori coming through the line. Lee Q going to be just ahead of him on the timing boards, but still a clean lap for both. What's it going to be? It's a
6th, I'll take that. Jesus
from Lee Q in the Red Bull.
There you go, Grandad.
Is going to be in second place, so alongside him on the front row, Ingenio and Rob
Just go on the team, mate.
CJQ almost matching his quali time to a T.
I actually lost it sector 2. I thought it was invalidating.
I had such a bad first sector again.
Looking promising for
oh no,
those
turn
who
1
did
is.
manage
I
to
actually
set
touched too much curb.
Yeah,
it went great for me. I slowed down too much.
In the front row, Ingenio and Robcast Play
quicker.
are going to be in row 2.
7 tenths.
Rob Hewitt,
my cockpit time was quicker.
And Grandad Gamer, along with Red Dog Twin and Stray Dog Racing.
Oh, look at that, Prince Hours no longer in pole.
Danny Dane 79, Jonesy, Darindra, Villeneuve, Mellowspace, Lucifer, and then Connor and Gravy Brain, along with that guy and Mason. Complete the rest of your field. Unfortunately, 5 drivers not able to set a time.
In the call the other day,
4 DSQs for track limits, I assume, as they came fairly late in the lap, but quite a large grid spread. And Mellowspace 11.7 seconds behind, but that's actually a smart move, yielding out and
Fuel
making sure that you get a time on the board.
I did 13.3 here.
Of the others. So, with everything underway now, we are going to be coming onto the track for the sprint race. Shorter outing, of course, means that there's a lot more on the
12
line.
laps on this
High
is going to be
pressure,
actually
one stop
horrendous.
compared
My
to
bad,
a
13.6 for fuel
feature.
here.
What, you use that much fuel?
To mean strategic options are
You
completely
can burn it off down the
different.
straights, mate.
Do we see an initial stop burn on the softs, and then go to mediums, medium soft, maybe even a higher variance in strategy?
Yeah, surely they'll be getting a safety car. It's tier 3.
On the table, depending on how the session plays out.
That was the only reason there was a safety car last night.
Get very unpredictable very
That's
quickly.
safety car was my crash at the pit lane was only worth a BSC.
Applying their
I'm going to
setups,
be
locking
predicted.
in
By the
their
end of turn 1, I'll be facing the wrong way.
See what they have to offer in a race scenario. I'll say very impressed.
This morning, yeah, lap 8 is when the tires start to die off.
In the entire session with a 15-second. 15.
So watch yourself.
996, fastest to do it, and completely eclipsing.
What the points go down?
What wins you running, Grandad?
Set 2
Top
is
8,
going to
I
go
think,
to
yeah.
the McLaren that is in 3rd place. Unfortunately,
somebody's
the name's not
gone.
loading for me right now. And then Rob Casplay is going to have the best sector 3 with
I have an Aston Martin and a McLaren.
4th place in quali.
I have that's kick silver.
Got a lot.
We've got a formation up. Yeah.
Yeah,
yes.
probably.
As we are just waiting on the final seconds now.
Well, let me just double check.
Confirm whether we are doing
Simulation,
a formation lap.
TJ, unless
or
you want to
if we
hit
are
each other
gonna go
again.
Straight hot into
No, I'm
it.
good. I'm good.
Last chances for drivers to apply setups and effective strategies. So
No, man, like I'll
starting
get a penalty
tyres.
for it.
So we'll see here. Formation lap now underway.
Oh, Rob Kaz, my
It
favourite
was
person.
Ninjinho who got the best sector 2 time.
Yeah, as long as he doesn't lag, I couldn't give a shit, you know what I mean?
048.
As long as
He
the
normally
classic-
lags.
Faster than even the pole sitters. Yeah, this Red Bull, it's certainly been an impressive showing. I think if they can bring that consistency
Him and Minch are
to
actually
the
insane.
race scenario, I think they'll be just fine.
It should be dry throughout.
You can see everyone trying to get some heat into those tyres. The surface
I love
temps
the fact
easily
that I'm
done, but it's those core temps. You
fucking
want to get
beyond,
them to
in
about
front of the
80
fucking
by
visa
the time you
catch
get
ups.
to the end of
Fucking hell, man.
the racetrack formation lap.
Hey.
Are they your nemesis at this point?
That puts you in best stead.
Fucking
Get
are,
really
they're
nice
our
start
rivals
and
this
start right
season.
away
Fucking
with it. Connor and
teammates.
Gravy Brain
Fucking turn up for
out
two,
of
well,
quali, getting a
first 2
DSQ, meaning
weeks.
they will
Second,
start
third
in the
week.
Hey,
boxes a
constructive
few
saying that
weeks
was
back.
Brandon's also
cash
in
out,
it.
With
leave
the
us
tyres
alone.
suboptimal.
And Vintage, he's on it this season as well. He's been
nah,
quick.
mate, leave us weights alone.
Well,
See everyone now getting
I'm just
much
aiming
they
for
can
top
into their
8 to be
tyres
honest.
before things.
I'll
still
happily
after
take
the
a
race.
sprint point.
Overall, a little bit
I'll happily
colder.
take a
Remember,
sprint point tonight.
Austria is not the most complex track in the
Yeah.
world, so there's less opportunity to get those tyres
Where am I
heated up,
parking
which
this
is why
bitch?
we see so many drivers weaving and bobbing around the course.
Inside am I? Fucking can't remember.
Gino darting through the
Connor's
start grid,
DSQ'd
slams on the brakes,
to right.
and actually very
Ah.
well executed grid line.
0.2.
Very well executed indeed. Rob Hewitt,
Oh,
Rob Kaz
0.1.
playing
Rob
getting
Kaz
into
says-
qualifications.
Rob Kaz,
You see
Good luck, boys.
they
Ah,
are right at the back of the grid.
Good
box.
luck, mate.
Those few crucial
Good luck,
So
mate.
that's the rest of the
Oh,
crew
God.
forming up.
Good
extra
luck.
sort of meter.
Watch for those lights.
That
Tell
can be
myself those are
quite
turn one, it's
detrimental
probably
to
gonna
race
be me.
start, and more importantly, to your tyre temps as you build up temperature. But here we go. This is it. Sprint race is about to go hot here. 12 laps around Austria. The Styrian Mountains, the track is hot for round 5 of
What a
Tier
long
3. And immediately,
I know, right?
quick getaway from the Red Bull. Lee Hughes making a magical start, despite Aru being on the inside. It's not going to stop him from having a real stormer coming out of turn 1 and already gaining a significant amount of time. CJQ and Ninjinho are going to be squabbling side by side with each other through turn 2. Now into turn 3, it's the Haas that has a little bit of a better getaway out of the first lap here. We see many drivers trying their luck at all. Pinball as multiple pieces of carbon strewn across the track. That's going to be a
Everyone good?
send into
So
turn
far, so
3.
good. I've lost
That's
the
front
plate,
wings
but come on.
completely destroyed for, I believe, Villeneuve and Mason.
Yeah, all
you
good.
can see Villeneuve losing most of his front wing and dealing with some severe damage. He's running real slow on the course. No yellow flags across the entire track, no VSCs, no safety cars. Looks like the stewards are managing to get that out of the way just in time. Overall, we're looking at medium tyres being optimal for about 12 laps. Soft tyres will start giving up at around 6 to 8.
Already did my
depends on how good
pit
you
wall
can
error
manage
twice.
your tyre set. Most of the field, in fact the entirety, with the exception of Gravy Brain, is on the medium. So looking like an early stint on the medium, there may be a last minute dash on the red walls. Like a very good start for our two leaders. Burrows managed to get back up to Lee Q, but a yellow sector 3, that's going to be for Mason, Mellowspace and Villeneuve, all heading into the pits. DRS now enabled by race control, and that's all she wrote for Burrows. It gets into first position, passes Lee Q out into turn 4. A little bit of a wobble on the rear axle, but otherwise looking strong. Red Dog trying to go for a bit of a battle as Tharindra gets past the McLaren. Doesn't look like there was much of a challenge asserted there either, as Red Dog is otherwise mostly tucked in behind. Looks like he's scrubbing a lot of speed, getting a little bit of understeer, making his way through turn 8. We'll see how well his car is handling for him. We can get into the rest of this sprint race. Rockhouse Play getting the first penalty of the session, 3 seconds.
Yeah, I've lost DRS
time
already.
penalty, and that is due to track limits. Had multiple warnings, and now the stewards have had enough. You've got to be very careful. Like we said, particularly turn 10 is a punishing corner for track limits. You cannot make any mistakes. And CJQ is going to be looking for a chance at that podium. Nigino is on his left. Actually, no, that was Lee Q on the left. My mistake there.
I was locking his brakes.
See, Villeneuve has retired out of the session in the pit lane and has choice words for the rest of the drivers, but this is still a broadcast, so we'll leave them out. You can draw your imagination. Grey Dog getting overtaken by his teammates. Tharindra seems to be on an absolute stormer with momentum there, but looks like there's a major issue as Gravy Brain is out of the session. Source unknown. Looks like there was a collision, but I'm not getting any indication there was terminal damage. And if there was terminal damage, we'd have at least a VSC. Maybe that was just a quit out from the Aston driver.
Rob
to find out what is the case post-race. Jonesy getting a time penalty. Vintage is down and out in the runoff of turn 1. Doesn't look like the strongest track, as it looks like there's chaos. Lee Q is spun round, coming out of the 4th corner, or into the 3rd corner, sorry. Clipped the curb and was side, and then got clipped and lost the wheel. Ouch. Okay, yeah, that's why I didn't get the signal for terminal damage. Tired out before that could happen. Looks like that Red Bull has seen much better days. It's practically wingless. Look at it. There must have been a serious altercation between himself and another car up at the front. We'll build those stories, get that information to you as the session and as the race weekend progresses here at PRL. But here's Nigino going on for an attack back into 2nd place, capitalising on the power vacuum. That is the Red Bull now being out of the equation as Robcast Play heading into the pits after 3 laps here. The Haas has gone for a counter. Holds the line, but holds the inside. Nigino's not going to let that one go. Mind you, throughout all of this, Ara is going to be getting away. 2 seconds gap between himself and the McLaren right now. I've got to be wary. Maybe these two ought to work together a little bit more, stop jousting against each other, as otherwise the Kick Sauber is just going to be getting away. Indra is going to be sending it on the inside of, that's Jonesy, the other Red Bull on the course. A Stray Dog is going to be now back past the other Williams. And the two running in very close quarters.
Yeah, I'm struggling already on tyres.
leading the charge, but now with 3.2 seconds between himself and Connor, it's going to be a bit more of a difficult task. Virginia and CJQ both going wide at turn 10. That's going to hit them with 3-second penalties. We're now halfway through this sprint race, folks, and it looks like a bit of strategic change-arounds are in order.
I'm trying to keep my ERS above 80 at the moment, so I've got more at the end.
New tyres coming out. Soft tyres for Lee Q, seeing the chance at play with 6 laps to go. We do have as well a couple of drivers who have double stinted mediums, and that will potentially fall afoul of the 2 compound rules. So they're going to have to switch out at some point. CJQ hot on the heels, not letting that 3-second time penalty deter them from having a real good fight. RB Hewitt is going to be alongside Danny Din in the Alpine right now. A little bit of fighting.
Francis already got 2 seconds ahead of me.
Switchback, good execution by Danny. Looks like the Mercedes is having a little bit of trouble. Confidence in the rear axle doesn't look like it's quite there. Seems like he's fighting the car just as much as he's driving.
Guaranteed for World Championship.
You can see other drivers are quick to take advantage. He's Grandad Gamer. P5 in the V-Carb, and not going to let the Mercedes deter them being sandwiched by the 2 V-Carb cars, as there's Vintage as well, potentially looking for a piece of the pie. I'm curious to see how Lee Q's doing on time, as he's got those soft tyres. He's going to be in a pocket of his own on the racetrack.
I want to go into the back here, so I just went off and it's gave me 3 seconds. Lovely.
The Mercedes of RB Hewitt.
I understand
getting a time penalty, so that makes 6 drivers now.
Just don't get it, that's a corner cut, whatever.
Rokaz getting a fresh fastest lap, but being all the way down P15.
Fucking stupid game.
Much. Lee Q is going to immediately displace that anyhow, thanks to
got 2 warnings at the same time from at
use
one
the
corner.
Advantage while you have it. Best advice that you could use. And eventually all of these top runners are going to be heading into the pits soon enough, as here's Ori heading into now what will be lap 8. Soon there's going to be a judgment call about when to pit in. Now, these mediums, we know they have effectively the life that is going to be able to take it all the way through, although looks like there is a Williams
he's hit the pedaling wall
strewn across the track. I think he crashed out on the inside of the apex. They crashed out on the apex there. Yeah, so that's the thing. I know we don't really see pits, but with Austria, there's such high tyre wear. I wouldn't be surprised if some drivers are genuinely considering it. We've already had some who have pitted out due to damage and the like. I would not put it past some drivers who are genuinely considering a pit stop as a legitimate option. Although there will be massive time losses. If you're pushing too hard on those tyres, you will get into puncture territory, and some might want to play it safer than sorry. So you can see now coming into lap 9 now, Arrow is going to be in clean air.
There's my tyre warning.
0.9 seconds against Nijinho.
Fucking hell, Dan, that must have looked close on your screen.
CJQ
I
and
nearly shit my
Nijinho
pants.
need to decide
Oh my
if they want to keep fighting, or if they genuinely want to.
I thought I was gone. I thought I was out.
To try and reel in the kick Sauber.
That's
They don't have
millimeters.
to worry about Danny.
Fucking
Danny's in
Jesus.
P4 and has got a much bigger gap, plus his own problems in the backline.
That's a mouthful of
You can
using
see
it.
Tharindra is going to retire out as well as his Williams teammate. So both Williams cars now out of the session, and 16 races remain. I think second and third might have decided they just want to keep battling between themselves, considering they have got those 3-second penalties. Don't know if it's worth it for them. Only be worth it if they were able to push away Danny Doan even further and potentially nullify their 3 seconds. See, Lee Q is also retired out in the pit lane. There's a bit of a predicament there. So we're now down to 15 racers here in the sprint.
Yellow flag.
Certainly a wild card of a race this has been for everyone. I think we're looking at mediums. If we're
God, that does
looking
me,
at the rear
does me a
axle
favour and
particular,
called like a
you'll be
pack
seeing
of
anywhere
3
from
seconds
40
behind
to
you.
50% wear. Depends on how well you can manage your tyres.
I mean, that's a bit
some
much.
drivers wanted to pit in, considering the high tyre wear at Austria, I would not be surprised.
How much to ask for, apparently.
Especially if you're scrubbing them a lot, generating a lot of excess temp. It can get hairy. You hear it going to the inside, the Mercedes on the V-carb. Both of them coming out of turn 4.
I think my tyres are on the brink of collapse.
Getting a really good exit, able to push them away.
Yeah, I ain't getting points, I don't think.
Battery charge is high. Let's use that overtake button a bit more.
Shh, I'm telling everybody.
Mercedes is ailing on time now, though, so don't think it's going to be the wisest move. We'll see that with one more lap to go, Ninjinho
I have 75% of my rears.
CJQ behind.
Oh yeah, I'm only on 50.
As
59.
we have got now
How the
a potential battle.
Yeah, I'm on
6/10 of a
80s
second
nearly.
Splitting the Kick Sauber and the McLaren. The
Jesus
McLaren's
Christ,
going
no,
to
just
go
got speed
very
on this
hot
track.
into turn 3. Look a little bit overcooked there.
Oh, I might
Very
actually
wide
be.
at the apex, lost himself
Oh,
a
I'm
good
caught.
chunk of time. Remember, he needs to stay within a second if he wants the benefits of the DRS system. And even if there is a penalty looming over his head,
Might actually get done by
Gino
Danny
can
here.
secure a victory on track. Even if it's a Pyrrhic victory, it's a victory nonetheless.
My tyres look terrible, by the way.
I'm curious to see why CJQ has lost so much time. Physically, the car looks okay. Don't really know what's exactly happening here. But it's really struggling to keep the pace up. He's
Under the bit of a
lapping
hand here,
110s
mate.
in a sea of
I'm
109s.
trying, mate, I'm trying. I can't get it. You've given him DRS.
So something has definitely gone wrong with that Haas.
And I've spun.
And I guess we'll
I've got
find
a
out when
puncture.
we switch over from sprint race to OSQ for the feature. So you switch over between the two V
Yeah,
cars.
I've got a
Brandon
puncture.
Gamer
Fucking
does
lap
lose a chunk of time. And is now going to have the Mercedes breathing down his neck before
Yeah,
long.
it's not
But
stopping.
fighting between Danny and CJQ. Coming out of turn 3, we see Prince
Over
Aro
with 3
also
tyres for a
having
point.
a bit of a fight of their own as the McLaren has got ahead. Very
no
well
shit.
executed out of turn 4. Great run on the exit here too.
Yeah, that's it.
The Danny
Race over.
is going to be on the inside. That Alpine looking to get the advantage, coming out through into turn 6 now.
It's only the sprint, but that's not good news for the
Down the hill
race.
all the way. The Haas stuck in the tail. And Aro is going to be 3/4 of a second down. Is going to push with all of their might heading into turn 9. But I don't know if it's going to be enough. The two fight and joust hard as they can all the way to the line here, and it's going to be Ninjinho crossing the line on track. Oro still
Ninja had him.
is going to take the win here at sprint race, but Ninjinho managing to prove it out on the track
Oh,
and get
got
himself
that fifth. I'll
healthily
take a
into P2. Danny Dine's going to be getting that P3 as CJQ, thanks to his
that
penalty,
penalty would
is
have been a bit
pushed
more
down all
interesting
the way into
if I-
P6.
It would have been a bit
Going
more
to the
interesting if I didn't have
fighting.
it.
He wasn't able to get away from the likes of Vintage. and
11 laps
Grandad
on the
Gamer.
mediums then.
Getting 4th and 5th respectively.
I'd say 10.
I'm doing one lap.
That guy getting into
Can the
7th.
hard
Connor
do the rest?
having a slight penalty to deal with. And we are getting reports as well right out the gate. 65% wear on the left rear. Some drivers, like RBH, were reporting, at least according to my telemetry, as high as 89% wear on those mediums. So I'm very impressed, everyone who managed to make this a 0 stopper, because everyone was giving it their all. Oro's getting a 85% on the rear right. It's just confirmed in the chat. And then some drivers suffering a worse fate, suffering those punctures.
That was my race
Unfortunate for
engineer seeing
some,
there.
but an amazing result here in the sprint. Say Oro is going to be, despite having such high tyre wear in the rear,
3
managing
points,
to bring
not
it
bad.
all home and getting himself a nice win out of the sprint race. Ninjinho in 2nd, Danny in 3rd. Vintage and Grandad complete your top 5. Then you have CJQ, that guy, Connor, RBQ, and Red Dog
9
Twin
points for
completing
the
your top
V-cars,
10.
that'll do.
Followed by Jonesy, Lucifer, Rob
Biggest
Kaz,
scoring
Mason,
constructor
and Miller
again.
Spaced. Unfortunately, not seeing the checkered flag today. It's going to be Tharindra, Lee Q, Stray Dog, Gravy Brain, and Villeneuve. as they were, for a variety of reasons, unable to complete the race. Now, we are going to see a short break, as we are going to now be transitioning from the sprint race to a second
as soon as the last lap started,
one-shot qualifying. Now, this lobby, as much as it is going into the actual race, is not actually going to be the lobby, as we are going to have a second round of qualifying. We don't use the single session here at PRL. We have got separate races. They're functionally treated as separate entities. And like with the real life race weekend, you have sprint quali and you have a full core race quali. So we are going to take a bit of a break here, folks. We're going to quickly go to an intermission. When we are back, you'll be trackside for the feature race full qualifying for the main event.
Is it a one-shot qualifying?
Just a moment.
Yeah.
Yeah, again, yeah.
Oh, yeah, it does stay on my screen. I'll just open my eyes a little. Open my eyes a little bit.
Oh. That wasn't even ready.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back
Oh, invalidated.
to the session, and
Shit.
welcome to one-shot quali once more. Time to see who has got the moxie and the determination following the sprint race. Who's looking to change their fortunes? We're on board with Ingenio. Of course, the on-track winner, despite not being the full winner, that's going to still go to Aru in the Kick Sauber. But Aru is going to be second on the track out of that. And Ingenio was the fastest on the course itself. So, sticking on board with him here, let's see what kind of times he's able to put down in this qualifying session. OSQ is looking mighty rapid indeed for many, as we already have 3 retirements: Mellow Space, Bobby Hewitt, and Danny Dung. 79. Going through the final corner, and Ingenio looks to be the leader. Lee Q is going to be closely following and approaching the tyre scrub and the exit of the corner. And Ingenio 104.5, so even faster of a quali.
Would have been third.
And even faster of a session.
Terrible.
I say I was of the thought that we were going to have a reset as well, but turns out we went straight in and nice and quick to it too. So Ninjinho, Q in front row, Vintage AR5 and Prince Aru in row 2, Connor and Red Dog Twin in row 3, and then Rock has play along with Stray Dog in row 4. That guy and Lucifer in row 5, and then Tharindra, Gravy Bane are going to be your last finishers. Not making it to the finish line, it's going to be Mello, Bobby Hewitt, Danny Dine, and then Mason, Granddad Gamer, Jonesy, Villeneuve, and CJQ, all getting DSQs from one-shot quali due to exceeding track limits. Unfortunate invalidation.
Fucking clever today.
But with that,
you're starting.
We now head into the full core race. So we were talking about some of the high tyre wear that we were experiencing, to the point where I was thinking
at the back now.
We might actually see a genuine strategy with a stop in a sprint race, which is nigh unheard of. Only a few drivers having to pit in for damage in the end, but we saw as high as 89-90% tyre wear on mediums out of 12 laps. So,
evil bitch.
Time to see who's going to have that strategic mind. Now, around Austria, you are looking at a 2-stop. You're looking at hard, medium, medium. That's your optimal strategy. But if you want a safe option, 2 sets of hards and a medium compound will get you through just fine.
Right, medium
start. If you can manage the tyres well enough, you might be able to push your luck. Maybe even a hard, medium, soft.
I'm not going anywhere near them mediums.
The tyre whisperer. But the drivers are now cooking their setups, getting them
apparently I've only got one set of fucking hards.
Self-made, third party, or wherever else. we'll see who has got what it takes to make a race distance, because quali, sprint race, and full length race, full race feature, it's all completely different in terms of ball game, in terms of setup, and the kind of qualities that are required for a good performance. They can vary quite wildly. There's a lot more emphasis on your strategy here in the longer races, as the field is going to be condensed to start with, but will eventually spread out quite wide.
Try this again, shall we?
Of course, get your predictions in for who you want to see on top of the race. Who you're expecting to maybe be a bit of an underdog, a bit of a silent charger as we get into the track full and proper.
Aim as points, lads. Just aim as points.
Formation, and then we will see who is going to be.
What's the points in this?
Jonesy's on soft,
and who might even surpass them.
Yeah. All right, Jonesy really thinks.
Chance to get your
I don't think Jonesy knows softs on the last one.
Immediately looking like quite a different spread. We have got about 2/3 medium, 1/3 hard, and a single driver in Jonesy, who is running the red walls, running the soft tyres. That is a
Jonesy's
very
AI nearly just killed Bellner.
Strategy, I've got to say, because that is going to leave you absolutely burning them by lap 6. At which point you will have to make a judgment call about bringing them in. Softs to hards can be a good opening strategy, but you do have to be very careful about your
guys, just let them crash into each other.
That leaves you with next to no wiggle room. If there's a safety car, your strategy might be as null and void. Although simultaneously, an early safety car.
My tyre wear is now better. I'll probably be leaving mid-race, to be fair.
Gone, as we said, soft, away from the soft,
Go.
into
Hard.
the mediums coming out of the sprint race.
That's all the option he gave me when I was saying it up.
Logistical limit is
I'm doing medium, hard, medium.
11 to 14 laps, depending on how you can
But
manage
any
the
safety
tyres.
car, even if it's lap 1, I'm going straight on the hard.
And then your hards, you can take a fair bit longer. You're looking at maybe 17 to 18 laps before you really start to get into the danger
And
zone.
I got 11 laps
Coming up to line now. See everyone
in the
getting
sprint, but I'm going to be in
I
so
think
much
Ingenieux
traffic.
going on the hards. It's a
I was
smart
on 8
call
laps,
from
it
him
was
there
fucking
because
murder.
he can defend easily
I'm
with an attack.
actually just
It's
gonna
not
be
made
He
with
has
the
got
controller,
his
man.
qualification. He's exceeded his pit box or his grid box, and same for Lee Q, pushing the envelope a bit too far. You can see them get set straight
parked on the
back
wrong side.
down. The vintage and Oro is going to stay.
You can't park there,
within
mate.
those legal limits, but the rest
Can't
of the
park
field
there,
are
mate.
coming through.
Can't back there, sir.
So, early problems.
I've stupidly gone on
for our
hards.
leaders.
0.4.
Stopping and parking, like, nicely done there. And oh yeah, just see a little bit.
Ninja and Lee are both there.
The Red
Right,
Bull
that's so.
Jonesy there, but he'll have the softs to make up for it for the feature race and race 2 of Tier 3 tonight. Track is hot in Austria, and let's
Oh my
see
God,
what these
gravy,
races have
fucking
in
hell,
store.
man.
Lee Q and Ingenieux going to drag race each other as
Fucking
Lee
hell,
Q
we
gets a
saw
great
Bello
opening
and
start
Danny
and
just
immediately
collided.
fires it into
Oh,
turn 1. Too
crashes
deep
everywhere.
though, into the runoff as Lee Q is down, and there's
No
chaos,
safety car.
absolute chaos at the bottom of the
I don't
field.
think it's
There
on,
is
I'll
already
be honest.
Danny
Oh,
with a completely
I actually
absent front
thought
wing,
I was gonna
and
get
Lee
a
Q
legal
down
kick
into
from Gravy.
4th from his off-track excursion. There's going to be
I
that
don't think the
guy
safety
going
car's
for an
on.
attack in the Haas, going way too deep, catching off Robcat's play in the process as they all try and squabble for early positions. There's no chance for error here. There's no chance to leave anything on the table. You can even see a tiny bit of contact. That's between Connor and Lee Q as they both go into
not
turn
sweet.
4, and nobody is leaving anything to chance. Mason gets a run around on CJQ following that rough start for many. Jonesy up into P10,
got screen time, lads.
capitalising on the chaos with those opening tyres, being able to make quick work of the field
Last
around
13th,
it.
let's
But he's
do
only
this.
got 6 laps to make use of it before things get from bad to worse. And Villeneuve into the gravel out of turn 6. It's looking like such a brutal start for the Ferrari here. You can see already missing an end plate. This looks like
you saw that we're
a
missing
case
Rob.
of second verse worse than the first. As
Gloves are
things
off now.
getting
The gloves are
rough
off.
out there. Villeneuve, no doubt, going to be one of our first pitters in alongside Danny Dime with a completely missing front wing. Although Villeneuve makes the choice to
someone can
stay
send it.
out. And that leaves
It might be
Vintage
Rob Kaz.
in the front and
I'm
back
gonna lie,
in
I'm
the
just
heat
setting it on
of
fucking
it
stray dog.
with a chance to go for the lead. He has got the mediums, so he has that early
Mason's off.
advantage See if the longevity plays out later. But here's Lee Q
right
into the
run
of turn 4 here, and on the inside, Connor. Good execution, and solid on that rear axle as he makes his way through the corner now. Ingenio, second place.
Really trying not to do as much steering inputs.
Lead of the race here.
I don't think I can stop it.
My game here, Grandad.
Game changer for strategy.
All over the shop, I'll wait for the main straight.
Due to this game, only one lap required before
Jonesy
is
is actually holding Rob
wide out turn 9. That's going to be a warning, no doubt. And Lee Q getting hit with already a 3-second warning for time penalties. A 3-second time penalty for multiple off-track warnings. What is with me muddling my words today? That was one of the sentences of all time, to be sure. Curious to see how Jones is
trying to stay with the people up front.
Gap. But on those soft tyres, he needs to make the most of it. He's not going to have much to work with come lap 4 and onwards. So really, there's only one shot, and we might even be seeing him go for a little bit of an overheat on the tyres as Prince Oro is through. And what an execution it is, as he's managed to make it a double, not only on Vintage, but on Ingenio too. Beautiful stuff from the Kick Sauber. You can see why he's had such a dominant form of the championship and why he's so far up in the points. We see Jonesy, in fact, losing time here, down in Sector 2, down into P12. It looks like a local yellow is coming out, as that is Mello.
Yeah, the soft's terrible.
Mostly absent front wing, in fact, going
I think he locked it on the curb, actually.
As they want to stay out of the way of the rest of the fields, not
wanting to
cause any on-track
Oh no,
issues.
it was. It definitely was.
Fastest lap, a 108 from Prince Auto right there. And we can see the Kick Sauber back to fighting form, and we might even see a little bit of a replay like we had in the sprint race. Ingenio on the back of the Kick Sauber and looking at an angle. Back in the mid-pack at least. Couple more squabbles heading into turn 3 in particular. There is the Mercedes, Bobby Hewitt, in on the inside of Red Dog Twin. See the McLaren briefly trying to angle for an overtake on the inside. Hello TK, it's me. And not quite being able to go for it. There is a yellow Sector 3. I think that's for Villeneuve as well as Mello.
Oh, come on, Rob, for fuck's sake.
With that severely damaged front wing. Gravel for the Mercedes and
stupid.
dirty tyres, as he's now going to struggle for grip for a little bit. Getting those clean.
Don't struggling.
Red Dog trying to seize the opportunity, but again, not quite being close enough to capitalise. As Mello is going to be our first retirement from the session.
Is that was just retired?
See now coming through. Jonesy, only 3 laps on the softs and already coming in.
I need DRS.
I think they pushed it a little bit too hard on the Red Bulls, and I think that was a gamble. Unless you have serious tyre conservation skills, those softs are a wild card of a choice. And I don't really think that's been Jonesy's forte here, as he's already having to come in. He's already seeing the compromises in the grip. I think overheating the tyres as well. Here's Connor on the back of Lee Q, chasing with all his might. And that Ferrari has been one to watch here, as he has been able to keep it mostly stable. The Mercedes, Bobby Hewitt, making massive gains, along with CJQ, who was, reminder, at the back of the field to start with. There is a lot of pressure riding on these first few laps, so it's good to see drivers make the most of it. CJQ, of course, not getting a valid lap, invalidating out of the second quali session, so he's
finally
got a lot
DRS
of work to do to make up for lost time. See the leaders continue to put on pressure. Is that guy going in for turn 1?
I'm in the 30%
really
on hard.
I will have you know I started last.
Turn 2, turn 3 leader.
I was 17.
Have the DRS to play with.
I don't give a crap.
Has to do exactly that here. Opening pressure and going through into turn 3.
I'm in the 30s already.
But drag race at the front. Ingenio briefly getting alongside Oro, and now going to get ahead into turn 4.
Because your
holds the
ass
apex.
is mine.
We'll see if the Prince has a response.
I know, Mark, I know.
That Kick Sauber really angling for any shot that he can get.
Stray Dog's off.
He's not going to be having an easy time. Eugenio continues to keep him reined in. So 6/10 on the clock right now, heading into lap 7. Looks like Eugenio's got a bit of a break. I wonder if he's scrubbing speed due to the mediums now starting to overheat or lose a little bit of grip. Temperatures look okay.
A few tenths per lap to the car ahead. They're just edging away.
We'll have to wait and see. One thing I am noticing is that drivers are having their front tyres much colder compared to the rears.
Yellow flag.
Keep him well, stranger.
We'll see a big issue
Oh,
there.
straight up and spun.
And I've been locked
out
on turn 3
fucking Rob cars.
as it's limping his way out in P8.
He's been there again on turn 2, you know.
Rough innings for the Red
Fucking
Bull.
Rob cars
It's been a
actually
swing and a
pushed me
miss
off.
twice over now. As remember, Lee Q had a major
It's
issue
like
Push me
with the
off the
race
track.
to boot as well.
Safety
Certainly
car.
do feel
Yes.
from there, but there is
Beautiful.
a DNF that
Fox,
is
Fox.
going to be
Fox.
for Mason,
As we fall
and
up.
that has called out a full core safety car, ladies and gentlemen.
That's not good for me.
Full core safety out. Villeneuve just missing out on the safety car window, as he's now going to be forced to lap around
what the
again.
hell?
But will the drivers
Yeah.
be making use of that safety
Got
car?
you,
Will
Rob
they be
Caz.
getting new tyres? Looks like the leader is going to do
Sorry.
just that, but Eugenio on the hard tyres is going to be staying out.
I'm not sure he's going to stay out.
And I wonder if that is, in fact, the right call. It's early days in the race, and those medium runners are certainly going to be making use of it, but the hard runners have a bit of a difficult decision.
2,
We have got
1.
Hewitt and that guy joining
Vamonos.
Eugenio at the front and not choosing to pit in on fresher tyres, but the majority of the field is going to be jumping in.
Out from last all up to
Coming out
11,
in
I'll take
fourth
that.
position. So not that much of a time loss, all things considered. Now everyone lining up behind the
Fresh tyres,
safety
even
car,
better.
as the safety car is going to be speeding along the track as quick as it can. F1 cars have to
Safety car is on then,
drastically
Robbie.
slow down.
Yeah, I'm fucked.
Practically
Actually,
limp their
actually,
cars.
as
Yeah,
soon
I'll
as
catch
I
up
got
to you,
Interesting
Cap.
thing.
Caz,
Sorry, mate, I missed
It's
you
the
coming
reason
in.
why you have heroes such as Bernd Mailander
I'm in the
in
40%.
of these safety cars. It's because despite the
when
F1
Rodcast came,
cars
when I was
going
about to get past Rodcast, I was going to check the stands just to make sure the safety car was
the
still
safety
on.
car, it's going all out. It's really driving the pants off that thing. That's why we need an expert fitting.
Alright, let's hope Stray Dog is a bit
That
more
looks like Villeneuve
sophisticated.
has had
Well,
a bit more of a difficult session as still not going into the
not
pits,
you.
and in fact going to be off the
Kaz.
side of turn
I'm
9.
fucking getting it all, man. I'm at the
Someone's
front.
going to hit with the second Ferrari.
Just call him Kaz.
See everyone
Yeah,
lining up, safety car
No,
staying
he's
out
not-
there
he's not
just
under a
another
delta,
lap
but he's
due
not
to
going for
everyone
it.
being behind the safety car queue.
Take advantage of anyone that
So
goes in the
we
pit.
will
It's gone
potentially
there.
be going green flag on
Just be
lap
glad you're not
10.
behind Mason like I was last time.
Quite an opener here in this race. I'm curious to see what happened to Mason.
Well, Barry's back up to
As,
100%.
I think that it very well may have been just a crash out on the first corner,
How long did it-
losing control.
Till
of the
lap
throttle
23 to 27 is hard
and
to
into
go.
the wall. Easily done. And an unfortunate circumstance.
Yeah, good
Guys
luck
up
with
front
that,
are
mate.
gonna make. These guys up front are gonna make it. Are gonna light for it. I swear. Where are you, Rob?
Second, haven't paid though.
Right, let's pick up the pace a touch, please. We need to close to
See
within
everyone
10 car
lined
lengths
up.
of
You're scared to make the
car
same
now.
mistake
Curious
twice,
with
aren't
some
you?
of the tyre choices.
Who's ahead of you?
We do have a couple of
Ninja.
switches as majority
you
of
both
the
on hard?
field are now
Yeah,
on the
right.
hards.
Yeah.
Those who are on mediums switched over to the hards. Some
Yeah, I
drivers
can't.
like
I can't
Connor
pit
went
now
into a
because if I
second
do,
set
I'm gonna have to come
of
back
the
on
white
these,
balls.
and I'm gonna end up
And then
doing
you have
3
Red
stops.
Dog who started
so-
on hards but came in early
Does
and
anybody
went
have key
onto
added?
mediums for this stint of the race. So it looks like
Again?
they could very well have
Did you sell that?
a hard,
no.
medium strategy in their pocket.
Damn it.
Depends how much they can conserve.
That was the
Now they're going to be looking
PlayStation
at about
party.
13 laps apiece.
Mason rage quit because he crashed into the pit
And
wall.
still looks like we are staying under
Ah,
the
so
safety
you did
car
what I
for
did this year
one
too.
lap
I also
longer
cancelled
too.
out the PlayStation party and stopped the switching
Again, in
stage
part due to
of the
Villeneuve being
being
locked
checked to
down still.
PlayStation, but I'm in the
So
party.
you're staying here now.
To the back.
Huh?
You're staying here now.
We are going to be
Well, I
going
think
green
we can
flags
turn
for
my
lap
PlayStation, so I'm
11
able
in
to
the
check
end.
that. How's
Okay.
everyone's PlayStation?
Started last, now 11th, you tell me.
Seen a little bit of a mix-up. We did
Not
have a
enjoying
couple of
myself.
double stacks that did affect our order too.
Fucking straight.
CJQ, for example,
Christ.
stayed exactly where he is because his teammate, that
Really,
guy,
CJ?
not going in for tyres at all.
11th.
But then you have something like the Red Bulls.
Oh, Belnard's off.
which Jonesy taking his
letting
lap
everybody through so
or
he
his
can
pit
get
stop
back.
earlier
Why?
actually kind of
He's a lap
brought
stop.
him back in line.
Oh,
Considering the
right.
soft tyres was a misfire.
Why was he not allowed to
in the
overtake the
strategic
safety car?
front. Actually brought him back
We're
to where
playing
he was before.
F125 on consoles and PCs. You think it's going to
Where
let
he's
him
previously
pass
running
the
about
safety car?
Safety car in this lap.
11.
Maintain
Started
speed.
to drop off and took that first stop. Now
What
back to
fucking
P12.
speed?
Gaining a lot on his starting position, I must say.
Cheers, mate.
We
Hold
are
his
safety
eyes.
car officially
Eyes.
confirmed
Don't die.
to be coming in this lap. Biggest
You
winner.
did the
We
pit
hear it
stop
Mercedes
point
in
with us.
second place right now. We'll see if that stays because, of course, he's one of the three.
Shut
who
up.
has stayed
Scared to
out
go. I'm
from their
scared to go on
initial
mediums again.
But it's all in the hands of the McLaren now.
I don't know what I was
on.
on.
Sets the pace. We need to lap 11 and back to green flag conditions. The
Oh,
car
I'm
now
gonna
coming
die,
into
I'm
the
gonna
pit
die.
lane, fully in the hands of this MCL. And you can see jumping early. He's going to go for an attack into turn 9. And now getting a bit of a jump, not as much of a jump as he would like.
And there's already a bloody
We
gap.
are back to green flag conditions, ladies and gentlemen. It's
No.
time to go racing once more. Immediately, we do see a big drop from Tharindra as he's ghosted out and is actually disconnected, I believe, from the session. Otherwise, we wouldn't see that. We've seen the Mercedes immediately go on the counter attack, despite not having DRS yet. DRS still has a lap.
And
before it
Stray
opens.
Dog's been done, and
He's
I've just been
dumping
shunted
his
off by
entire
Jonesy.
battery into an opening move.
I'm going
on
to
the
penalise
Insignia.
him for that.
It looks like it's going to be working so far, but we also have a bit of
Ray
a
Dog, don't hit me off,
dichotomy
please,
here
I'm begging of you.
because Hewitt can't hold that forever if he's going to keep burning his battery the way he is. There's going to be that guy, though, on the inside, and Prince Oro now also is
Leading the
competing
race
for
somehow.
the spots. 2.5 tenths, quarter of a second
Wait, how?
from the McLaren.
Overtook Ninja. And he made a mistake.
How the fuck did you manage that?
Fucking had the run on him on turn 1, you
Not gonna be
fucking
able to run
wanker.
at the same pace as
Well
he
done,
usually
mate.
can by design.
Cheers, mate.
Prevent any artificial advantage being held.
Ah, now he's got a 3 seconds. Meltdown in commencing.
Ninja, no, he's going to hit with 3 second
From
time
Ninja, not me.
penalty. Track limits.
I would
Turn
have still
10
laughed the
proves
same
to be
way.
Too much for yet another driver, and that's all the
students,
motivation that Oro needs to now push through into the
Right, bring
podium
on,
spots
lads.
once again. That guy hot on
Where are you, Grandad?
sights. He's
14.
not going to stop there. He's going to make it 1
And
into
Jones is dead.
2 into 3.
Killed himself on track.
Potentially. Jones
Ah, yes.
No, he
retires in the
retired,
pit lane,
and that
is
my
our
teammate's actually,
third retirement for
spun.
this session, folks. A lot of chaos coming out of turn 3. Multiple change rounds. Red Dog into
Knee,
P6
fat
alongside
knee.
Lee Q. As he's going to be leveraging those medium
Hey,
tyres.
that
to the
Oro
best of his
should not
ability.
be in our league.
Over
I don't
here
care what
in
anyone
the
says.
Mercedes also dropping to the kick
He should be
Sauber
in there.
using those superior hard
He's
tyres.
just overtook me
and
so
getting
easily.
The 7
you know.
lap age difference on full display for us here at the Red Bull Ring.
Sorry, I wasn't
Red
laughing at
Dog
you, I was
into
laughing at the
fourth
overtake.
place, getting that perfect combo.
Oh my
of a good
god, I
angle
can't
with better
believe.
tyres, and now he stands to profit greatly as he's in
Fucking
P4 and in
hate
fact
limits
past
on this game.
Jorginho, whose
Shit.
pace has seemingly dropped off
Hey,
rapidly.
driving that.
Oh,
You're
Ninja
actually
fumbling.
missing a end plate, which suggests contact with another car, and he's going to jump into the pits just as the safety car has brought everyone together. So no doubt he's going to be right to the back of the field when this is all over. See, he's into P16. He's only ahead of Villeneuve an entire lap down. So not looking like a good run for Lee Q.
CJ cross vintage.
Run of
CJ
form,
cross
bad run of
vintage.
luck as well. You can see chaos into turn 3.
CJ cross ninja.
CJQ is going to be going for an angle on the top 5.
Maybe.
He's going to get past Vintage and get past Ingenio. As CJQ's hot on the inside.
And
into turn
Ninja
4,
is gone,
breaks
or
that
his
little bit
tyres are
later than
fucking
McLaren.
gone, one of the two.
V-Carb
I think
also
he's-
going to
I
get
think he's
involved.
got
Try and get the
broken
nose in. Careful not to tyre hook as you come
Well,
out of
slightly
turn 5.
damaged.
And
That
down
can't
the
have been
hill
off,
once
mate,
more.
surely,
There's
to
a
God.
sharp turn in, and the
Missed his
V-Carb
braking
is
point.
ducked
I
back as the
probably
McLaren
is
was
on
going
the
to take a
racing
bit
here,
of a
mate.
wider line. Gave him no choice but to
Fucking hope
compromise.
so. Well, fucking gave
Bit
him
of
damage over
strategic
this
driving there
stuff.
from Ingenio to hold on to P6 at least.
Hey, I've still got 5
So
seconds to worry about.
P5 is a bit of a different story.
Yeah, that's bollocks, that
Coming
is.
into
So they
lap
can just add it on at
14
the
and
end.
back
What a lot of
fully
shit that
into
is.
the race condition. It's going
And that's my
to
hope
be a
that they
hot,
forget.
contested battle as that guy heads into the pit 12 laps deep on his hard tyres. He did have a little bit more life in them, but I think he's just opting to play it a bit safe.
Kill me on the
As
straight.
Vintage,
Yes.
making a mistake out of turn 1, is going to
Soon as
heal
they have
the
left
position
session.
back to Ninjinho, where it was once attacked for. Rockaz play though, he's going for a shot. He darts to the right.
I think I'm doing the right thing here. I'm just burning my heart out.
Chaotic mid-pack battle. That's spanned multiple laps. We've
Yeah,
got
I'm
3
still doing
wide
2
here,
stops.
potentially going to go into 4 as Rockaz trying to find a slot.
I can't
It's
even
ping pong,
last. I don't
multiple
think I can
cars
last 8 laps on the
jousting each other
mediums.
into
So.
turn 4. Contact tyre banging.
I
You've
think
got
I
it all.
managed
And
7
Ricardo
without
is
any
going to be
issue.
the one to lose out here as Van Vintage
I've managed
is back
7
up into
without any issues, mate.
P7. He's not quite done with it yet. Holds the
That's you,
inside
mate.
end
I don't know what it is on
but
this
not
game,
out
but
of
I think I'm just dead behind it.
39 holding as
It might be the
best as he
wings through
can
setup,
through
mate.
turn 7 and 8 now.
Damage yours, eh?
Looking at any chance he can get to try and
Very
get on
520.
his side. Once
Yeah.
more, Stray Dog also breathing
I had a
down
puncture on the
neck,
last lap.
and he's not got anywhere to
I have
go.
no idea.
As Ninjinho heading into the
Just me,
pit,
just
not seeing
inputs.
much of an option here but to pit in. He's only got half a wing, and he's
Riding
not
the
going to be
curb
playing
trying to help
nice.
doing any of that.
Red Dog in those mediums, he's stopped
Kinda
moving
hard not to,
forward. I
though.
think he's starting to feel the age
Red Dog
of
actually
those
using you
mediums
to
a bit.
feed
You're looking
DRS
at
is fucking
probably
annoying.
a bit higher wear now, although they weren't pushing during the safety car laps, so he's going to have an extra 2 laps or so just to be able
If I
to
don't
push
get most
these a bit
overtakes
harder.
achievement by the end of this year,
Lucifer
I'm going
in
to cry.
P11 on the back of Grandad Gamer, trying to get
Be wary of me, my tyres, alright?
as there is going to be Villeneuve.
I'm not gonna
waiting
fight
for
it.
Red Dog to,
Ghosted
I'm waiting
out
for Red
there.
Dog to pass you, to be fair.
Safe to say his race
Yeah,
might
he's
be a
hesitating.
little bit done, but
I ain't gonna fight it. I'm fucking. They're
remains
old
to be
tyres.
seen if he does return to the course. It's CJQ,
And I
a
just
very
caught
strong
the
driver that
inside.
we know has immense pace on tap. And he's not
Is he
going
doing
to
it?
be
No,
seeing
surely not.
much
He's not
of
doing it
Red
here.
Dog.
He's hesitated again. He needed to
Held
just
up
blow
in
the
the rear
overtake
view.
and go for it. I just got
He's
to
slowing me up.
fucking-
He's holding me up on this one.
Gonna go now. You can go now. Try to get past me.
Right in a
Nah, I'll
difficult
do it
place,
straight.
and that is a perfect example of defending right there. Place your car in the way. Make sure they don't get a chance to run on you. Red Dog going
I've
very
lost time
wide
because
out
I'm
turn
fucking
one,
not
though.
running
That's
the
gonna
RS,
be
you
a
pillock.
a problematic line. Could be a chance for the Mercedes to get back on him here.
Space, giving you space.
Here's
So,
boss.
again, perfectly placed. CJQ is going to go for the 4th spot as the Mercedes is now dropping time significantly. One of the only cars to still be on their initial compound of
The Red Dog
tyre.
Peppers
Here it
mediums.
is going to be dropping pace significantly.
That's surely an
here.
illegal overtake. He's done that off track.
15 laps on the hard. They're
Okay,
still
good
within an
Okay.
operating window, but you're looking at about
Oh, Kaz has
70
literally
to
just maintained that lap
75%
fucking
now,
turning.
especially given the
Got
tyre
past me
wear that
well.
we've seen from these drivers. It's a little bit higher, a little bit more elevated. I think they're turning in a fair bit harder. Maybe their setup
I'm not
is
pitting this lap.
arguing with their
Fuck
car
off.
a bit more than most. They're now coming up to the halfway point.
Actually, probably should have. I'm in puncture range.
Up in the lead, and with a comfortable gap too.
I was going to ask
as
you, is it
Connor
possible you to do it run a one stop?
away. Third place
No
is
chance.
going to be Red Dog Twin on those mediums, but they will soon have to pit in, and if
That
they
would've
play
been the
their
dream
cards
for you.
right, they could get a single hard compound that takes them to the finish and undercut the competition. DJQ is going to be also trying his best to recover the race that he's had. He's had a massive jump. He's practically doing a last to first, folks. Started in P20, invalidated in the one shot. Now sitting in P4 and challenging on the leaders. You can't have a better opener of a race than that. You cannot have a better first half if you try. A seriously impressive race.
Oh, Connor,
And
yeah.
you can see
Trying to run
contact
Red Dog
being
off.
made
Bit
between
naughty,
the
Danny.
Alpine of
That's
Danny
all right,
Dine
my
and
rear view
Lucifer.
mirror.
That's going to leave Lucifer
What did he do?
into the inner wall
Dive bomb.
of turn 4. He's just waiting for a chance to get back out again. You can see VSC has been deployed.
You might save a few positions
As,
here, Rob.
there is unsafe conditions.
Gonna have
Bit
to.
Robbie,
I'm gonna
bit
have to do it
Robbie,
now.
Trying
Yeah,
to
I
recover
got it.
that
I
Mercedes,
got it.
running a bit slow.
I'm
on
in
track.
too much puncher range
Missing
anyway.
an end plate. And you see everyone has to respect the Delta. Connor's making the decision to under the VSC now.
Not speeding.
Heading to the pits.
Executed.
Alongside Abby Hewitt.
Okay,
Danny Dine going to do the
Already
same.
in them. That's fucking crazy.
And no doubt Lucifer
Still got a free pit stop, kind
should
of.
consider the choice too. Yes, he does go in.
just got 3 max ERS. I'll take it.
See, back to seat.
To be fair,
Back
Rob,
to green
I thought that
flag
was you that caused the
conditions
DNC
once more, but a little bit of time negation as those 4 heading into the pit under VSC.
Grandad, was that Danny who caused that? Are they? Was that Danny who caused that?
Danny's come in, so yeah, I would say so.
Yeah, it must have been behind me.
And/or hards, respectively.
Must have done it to the Mercedes.
I'm just going to try to keep off the curbs for this stint and see if I can get the tyres alive.
So with Hards going for the Mercedes, I think he's going.
Let's see if I can get Red Dog done.
See this
Red
to the
come
end,
out,
potentially.
Oh,
I'm 9th. Yeah.
Still in the points.
Trying to see this one through. CJ
Get any points would be
Thomas
good.
just went off entirely.
I'm really struggling.
Rob Cat has actually just killed himself.
Flag coming in for sector 3. That
I actually saw him go off,
that is
like into the gravel trap.
He's deep into the gravel out of turn 8.
Level sector 2.
Limping his
Lovely.
car as his teammate
Lovely.
Brain is going to get ahead of him. Just going to
Lovely
time to beat the
Lovely
first Mercedes above the Hewitt, but scrubbing a lot
good?
of speed. You can see his front wing completely absent.
Yeah, I think he had too much damage. I nearly...
No, he went off. He went off the
killed
track
him.
entirely into the gravel trap.
Yeah, I know, but because he couldn't turn his car, we've nearly just killed each
What a
other.
showing.
Oh, just trying to get in the pits.
CJQ.
Finally got Red Dog.
Place here. 6.5 seconds up the road is going to be the
Last a second, lads. Last a second.
A almost flawless recovery as we head now into the second half of the race. A bit of change rounds further down as Robcaz into the pits and now out on a brand new
Now this is what I call Retman Redemption.
No man's land, I am.
It does have a chance to make this one up, but I think with some well-timed...
It's going to be me and Red Dog scrap for the rest of this race now.
He could undercut the competition
Level sector 2
massively,
again.
with everyone else soon needing to take a pit stop,
He's
particularly
going to next fastest lap.
Red Dog. I don't know what his tyre wear is going to be like, but I would be
No, we do
surprised
here.
if those are still at a good level of grip. 12 laps on the
That's a
medium
shame.
is going to do a number on those things. Considering the sprint race, we saw between 70 to 90%.
No, I said we do. You do get a fastest lap point.
Tyre wear.
Yeah, I just mean someone's going to be there later.
Red Dog, regardless, is not going to let this one go. He's on the inside of CJQ and he's going to be hot on the heels.
Red Dog, what's your average time lap?
About 110 to be average. Yeah.
Not going to let this one go without a fight. And
Was there a point where you stayed in the 1.8?
And he did also
Can't see it,
potentially
but
look at the
I'll
chance
fire
on Lee Q here, coming out of turn 3. The Red Bull almost trying to box him out of the space, but in a retreat
Where's
to the
Connor?
left side as he knows the Alpine. We've got
Behind
a
me.
good run and getting a V.
You've got 3 seconds as well on mediums at the moment.
Great. Smooth execution.
I'm just trying to hold the car.
It's all just about consistency.
Not gonna lie, I'm really not trying to
Oh,
fight
right,
anybody here.
God, I need to pit again.
I'd say 22. Making our way through though. A lot of drivers just want to get some solid laps in by this point.
On the rears.
Stable.
My
Don't need
life.
to take too many risks.
At the moment there.
Ingenio making the call to head into the pits. Only 5 laps deep on those mediums, which suggests to me there's some kind of issue, and he does retire out in the
pit
lane.
pits.
Not sure what's happened to him here.
No, I'm just shocked.
It was a race to forget for
And then
him.
he was doing so well.
Such a strong performance quickly deteriorated post-safety car. Gravy Brain getting overtaken by Connor, and we now have 4 retirees in this session. Danny also on the attack, this time on the Haas of that guy. Into the inside of turn 4, holds the apex as best as one can. But now chasing through for space and well executed by the Alpine, just getting a better exit out.
Anytime you catch it up, Grandad.
Yeah. I'm contemplating not stopping, so I'm just going to
CJQ
smooth on
losing
the tyres.
more and more time
We're
to the
approaching the
Prince,
pit window, and you're going to be on mediums.
but still holding the position ahead of Red Dog.
You'd make it work as well, knowing you.
And McLaren not going to.
I think I'm going to try Boggs lap 26.
But again, I'm very concerned with their tyre wear right now.
I'm scared to run anything higher than 10
more
laps on the
laps on
mediums.
these mediums, and we could be looking at puncture
I've got better
territory,
tyre wear
so
at the moment than I did.
if
I'm in the
I was Red
20s.
Dog, I'd be considering jumping on.
No, it's just like obviously I didn't check my tyre wear when I was on the
laps,
first stint.
theoretically, if you swap to a new
I don't know
medium
how
now,
long they
you can bring
lasted.
it to the
You
end.
taking it, honestly,
stretching
not
it
going on the
forward.
cabs as much is helping.
Really are
For
going
sure.
to be at risk soon.
My problem is I always take the race in line.
Hard tyre runners are now outpacing you. So
In the race,
looks
you've got to
yeah,
stop
here we
doing
go.
it.
He's going to be heading into the pits.
Red Dog's obviously had an issue. Oh no, he's
He's going
not.
to be getting a new set of boots.
Oh, he's trying to.
15.
Oh, I need to do an
To
undercut.
find out.
He's trying to undercut me.
Oh mate, I've just got another 3 seconds. Jesus
The
Christ.
Mercedes getting hit with 3 seconds.
Ah.
Track limits not being
Just
a friend.
scrapping you there,
You can
Grandad.
see Red Dog on a
Hey?
new set of mediums.
Who's scrapping you?
And we're taking those home.
Is it
How
back
about
market
these,
real now?
It's a hard medium.
I don't know if it's an
medium
AI
is
or
the
it's him.
optimal strategy, really. It's also a balance, a delicate balance.
Your teammates had a.
Your
Oh, not your
grip,
teammate.
No,
Your
no, no.
longevity, and
Stray Dog had a squabble.
Connor going to get the run out of turn 3, just ahead of the Mercedes, who just got served.
I feel like I'm using
3
George
seconds.
Russell's helmet right
We'll
now.
see also a pit stop from Gravy Brain as he goes onto a set of hards to finish this race. And before long, we will see the rest of the field follow through with their second stops. Potentially third, depending on who you ask.
I don't think it's worth it, Mark. Just gotta push longer.
Things have calmed down somewhat between the drivers, in particular, say CJQ now having a pocket of his own, having gotten away
Oh, I might
clearly
actually get
from
fucked.
Red Dog. He swapped to his new tyres,
In this lap,
and
in
the
this lap.
Prince being
Push now.
9 seconds adrift. Now even more gap being created as Vintage and Stray
Right.
Dog are both into the pits.
Might be a pickup.
Vintage going for a new set of hards, as well as a new set of hards for Stray Dog here too. That guy going to be pitting in. Let's see what compound he goes for. Looks like also medium.
Green flag.
Another set
They would
of
have had an
yellow.
off.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's having a fucking mare by the look of it.
At this turning point of the race, many drivers are opting to go for the medium tyre.
When you boxing, Grandad?
I might
and
not.
they will make it to the end of the race. I think Robcaz maybe having
Mark
a
him
chance of
trying.
attack here as he's going alongside that guy now fresh out of the pits. Both of them recharging the battery with the flashing
Okay,
lights.
pit in this lap.
And the
And
Haas
remember
just
the
having
speed
the
limit.
apex.
We'll be penalised if we exceed it. Keep that in mind as you approach.
Unless there wants to be a safety car.
Say Lucifer and oh,
Mate.
brutal.
You're right, lap 26.
You can see a
Perfect.
snap from the two. Gravy Brain actually getting 3 seconds for that. For
I'm
going off
still
track
planning on
and
lap 26, so I have like.
getting squeezed by
Prince,
Lucifer out
fucking
there.
need 20
I
seconds
wonder if
ahead.
that's appealable. Does it look like
10
by all
laps
accounts,
exactly
a
on
forced
mediums.
error?
But I assume that'd be
I
alright.
think that will be a big old question mark about the fate
Okay,
of that
keep an eye on
penalty.
that gap ahead,
As
please.
Villeneuve
6.7
is going to be speeding into the pits and going onto a set of softs.
Brent has got himself like a
Serving
free
the
pit
penalty in
stop
there
right
while he's
now.
at it. I'm
Pretty
pretty sure
nice.
what this
You won't
Ferrari's
pit unless
game
you-
plan
10.4
is, considering he's so far
seconds.
down, and at least
If
thus
you pit,
far
you'll
hasn't
pit lap
really
up.
had much in the
Don't
way of a
just
procedural
say it.
plan. Narendra still
I'm
ghosted,
definitely
still
playing lap
disconnected.
26. I want to do
Has
at least
been
10 laps of these
consistently
mediums, but I don't
dropping
trust
down
it.
and is now at risk of losing out on points. Now Robcaz going to be making their way through turn 3 now. And just like that, the points goal, the points dream for Thurindra is being extinguished.
And as much as Connor can
Robcaz now into
waste
12
his
and into
mediums
the last
behind you,
points
is
paying
alright.
position here at PRL. That's all she wrote.
He's going to blast past me in a bit.
The Red Dog curiously reigniting that fire. Now in P8 and dancing his way around
Boxing
the
this
queue,
lap,
heading
boxing
into
this
the
lap.
pits. 12 laps deep on hards. A bit premature there almost. 10 laps to go.
Fucking 83 on my front right.
See if Red Dog has got what it takes to bring it through, bring it home.
Too much curb.
Very high risk from the front 3. Connor, Bobby Hewitt and
When
Denny
you do them
Day.
hards on the safety
8
car.
lap medium,
Yeah, lap 7.
very high risk.
I'm 32, 61, 59. I go around.
What the fuck have you done to your tyre pressures?
I was we will see the fight duking out between these two. Is
Your tire pressures on max.
Gamer and Connor right here, both maybe on
Nick
similar
somebody-
levels
Prince
on the
is-
grip,
Prince is
particularly
might
18
even be
laps
Rob
on the
Sell.
mediums. That's a very long stint, very
Well,
long
I
push.
think it's
but
using mine.
you can see the Kick Sauber is
Prince is
now
pitted.
through a retirement in the pit lane
Yeah, I'm
for
going on.
Villeneuve, as that is our 5th retirement here of this session. So, Kick Sauber, Haas, all into the pits. Brenda Gamer making the choice to stay out a lap longer, really extending out those hards as much as he can. He's going to be looking at about 70% wear right here. Doing good work to keep the longevity of those hard tyres alive. But we've still got two medium runners who are still on the cusp of good pace. Although they will be wearing out before long. Crazily, despite all that, Quintaro has been gaining such a large margin that even post-pit stop he's still in P1. And he's out ahead of
Hey dog, I'm
Brando
way
Gamer,
faster. Let me
who
pass.
has not.
Ah,
He's gained an
I've done that to
entire
myself.
stop. That is
I've done that to
ridiculous
myself. Fuck my life.
margins and seriously impressive from the Kick Sauber right now. We'll see who is going to be coming out advantageous. CJQ on a fresh set of mediums. Coming to finish the race, currently sat in P8. So if he's got the time to be able to make up that margin, although he's already chipping away at it, as Red Dog's been brought in within half a second, just a few corners. Brenda Gamer's staying out yet another lap. It's risky for sure.
Well done.
I wonder if he's going to try and go very high risk and potentially even look at something like a hard medium or medium hard soft.
Okay, we can take you this lap.
Almost going for a rainbow challenge like effect. You can see that Connor is not going to let that go unpunished as he goes hot into turn 3. The Ferrari
Oh,
is
Robbie, I
out
didn't
there.
see you.
You can see the Mercedes also
Nice one,
joining
mate.
in on the fray.
I'm going in this lap, so be
Both
careful.
of them getting a bit of a DRS juice up.
It feels funny on the car, so I'm
Attacks
going to
heading
pit.
into turn 4. Good exit from the Mercedes here. Squirrely on the rear axle from both ends though. As you can see, he's just trying his best to get round, but he can't.
Quite some TV time for my sponsors, it's working.
Giving it everything he can, knowing that the V-carb is running slow. See, tucking in it to the
Two
tail.
people in the pits.
Both of them heading into the pits simultaneously. I wonder what the game plan is for the likes of this Ferrari here then, as this could present a strategic challenge of its own. Red Dog now up into P5 following the change up, and CJQ dropping the time by half.
Perfect job on the turn in there, mate. Looks like a nice stop.
Does Vintage have a time penalty?
The point where he might get dangerously close to DRS detection
I'm
territory.
not sure.
You see Brando Gamer and the Mercedes are both heading onto a
Yeah,
fresh
I
set
better
of
hope he does.
mediums. What's Robcaz going to be doing as he comes into the pits? He's going to go onto soft. 7-lap soft run. That could be high risk, but he's going to try for it. Remember, we saw 3-4 laps at most before that was Jonesy heading into the pits earlier on. So how he's going to make those last 7 laps, given the precedent? You tell me. Is that going to be successful?
Oh yeah, these fresher tires were a better
For
idea.
now, what we do know, Red Dog on the back of the Alpine and the Haas on the back of him. It's a triple threat. Making their way through the final corner to start lap 30. Connor now heading into the pits. And maybe even onto a soft
Oh,
his
he got
own
DRS,
Red Dog
Robbie,
going on the
bastard.
attack into the first corner. Has it narrow and a contact
along.
made. All 3 cars coming together as that is
I'm
gonna
just
be
trying to go as
contact on
quick
the
as I
rear.
can now.
Yeah, I
For
know.
McLaren, hopefully no
Right, the
persistent
gap's
damage.
10 feet ahead of us.
As I wonder if there is a bit of a
Well,
concertina
I've got 6
effect
seconds,
going
so
on
I
there.
need to.
CJQ was going very hungry.
Connor's
for that
gone on
attack. He's gonna get
softs.
past both of them out of turn 3. Red Dog being left out to
I don't
dry
think it's
a
worth
little
it.
bit as Danny is going to get onto 4th as well.
Yeah, we'll see
CJQ.
if the
What a showing! Now, remains to be seen what happened out of turn 1, who was
Tyre condition
who was
still
to
looking
proportion for that, but one thing's for sure, CJQ is absolutely dropping the hammer on this field. Connor on the soft tyres, he has a chance to make things up, but going to look a little bit sketchy, as he's not got a lot of time to use them and not a lot of life in them to bring it home. Margins are going to be tight for the Aston and the Ferrari.
Okay, don't worry about the car behind trying to overtake you. They've got a time penalty from the stewards.
Dog on the back of the Alpine, going to give it one more shot down the start-finish straight. Fully emptied his battery to the point where he's now going to lose engine power and makes contact once more. This time flipped the script, as he was the one who went into the back of the Alpine this time, but with a much larger loss, losing the grip on turn 1.
Don't worry if the car behind tries to overtake you. They've got a time penalty. He'll come back to us.
That's how much time he lost. Came into the crosshairs of the first Williams. The Thorindra still disconnected at this point. It's purely going to be a rolling prop. Luckily, they're not an obstacle due to ghosting. So 5 laps remain on this course. Right away, it looks like drivers are taking that urgency to heart. Brenner Gamer getting past that guy in the Haas. Starting his major push on much fresher medium, he had previously. Soft tyre is going to be, of course, Connor. And not actually making up that much in the way of time. It looks like his tyres are overheating and scrubbing grip. Particularly that front left and the rear as well.
I think Vintage may have secured himself a podium.
120, 130 degrees at points.
Got a
so
penalty.
thermal management is
No.
a must
Good.
with these tyres.
I can't catch him.
Get the point in.
Q up into 10th position.
I can't catch it
a
there.
decent amount of recovery out of this race.
Francis made a mistake. He was 10 seconds ahead of me.
This is Stray Dog hunting for a top 5. Going to go on the attack briefly into turn 4 on the McLaren. Not quite landing, but this is part of a wider game. We'll have a chance to go on the attack later on, but not with those kind of mistakes. Unforced error, sliding on the inside curve. Turn 6
I
not
don't know
being
how
friend
old
there.
Vintage's tyres are that I can force him into a mistake.
Red Dog has a chance. Use those hard tyres to your advantage. Red
He's
Dog's
put a
going to
second
lose
set of
grip
hards on
sooner or
Vintage.
later. Provided you're not pushing
We
them
had a
too
second.
hard, those hards will be your friend in the final 3
Yeah, but he
laps.
made it a harder compound.
9 laps old
We're
and
going to be
hard.
coming to the end of that viable
He might have
grip
had at the
window,
same time as
and
me
we're
then.
especially seeing that with Danny in the Alpine. 5 laps older
That could be an issue.
than Red Dog's tyres. Going to be seeing some serious grip deficits, and honestly, he could be getting into the puncture window by the final lap. It's going to get scary for the A524. A525 even. Going to be hotly contested in just a few laps' time. The Red Dog is kind of caught in the middle of this. Doesn't attack enough, Stray Dog comes in, but attacks too much, then Danny's going to get away and you have the same problem. Red Dog's got to find that crucial balance while still retaining his grip. It looks like he's burnt most of his battery in pursuit of that. He's on the recharge. In fact, less than 10%. He's losing engine power.
I
In
can
the state
build
of
8 seconds
recharging
from
his ERS system.
Red Dog. I might be 4th.
Getting the deployment that he can and recharging where he can through the corners.
It doesn't seem
Efficient
soft as worked
battery
out for
usage
Connor.
is the name of the game here.
Yeah, I got
Austria
past him.
keeping those margins.
Well, how long was Jonesy on them for?
Red
Like
Dog
3
and
laps?
Red Dog both getting much closer to the
Yeah,
Alpine
mate,
now.
mate.
The
We're on
two
3
have
cars.
converged, and they are doing so literally.
Well, he
A
tried to
tough
sort of
exit out of
lunge me out
turn
of the
3
way,
is going to be the
because I think
window
he
of
forgot to
opportunity
brake.
that these two need. McLaren on the outside, drag racing it down into turn 4, getting just ahead by the apex. You can also see
Gonna
there
step
is the
on the gas,
Williams
Dan, I'll do it
looking
now.
for a bite of that same cherry,
Can't get
but
on the
just a
gas.
bit of gravel touch is going to be a detriment as he's going to drop behind the
Because we got
Mercedes. Now
people in
two.
front of us where the
Harvey
tyres
Hewitt
are dead.
into 6th, and
Oh,
now
that's not
pushing
bad.
onto P5 as the
Letting the
Alpine
pit go.
is set in his sights. He's 11 laps
Oh, with the
younger on
club.
tyres, and despite a slide on the
Oh,
rear
Stray
axle,
Dog's gone off.
Stray
That's another
Dog
one
is
game.
off and into the gravel.
Him and,
potentially
Connor. Him and
marooned
Connor
Him and
beat
there.
each
Connor
other
have had
out.
an incident. That's 2 places. Come on.
Yeah, I'm involved in that.
Minor contact
But
out of the final corner.
I didn't really do a fat lot wrong, so.
But nowhere to go with it. And the Mercedes now pushing onto him in the penultimate lap. You can see the two leaders, Vintage and Prince, both going to be fighting and squabbling with each other. But no, there's going to be Danny.
And Danny's off as
well.
Oh,
Vintage might get first.
That's another one.
Vintage might get first.
Losing
I might get fourth here.
Those
Come on.
tyres are absolutely
Vintage might get
cooked
first
now.
here.
He's flat spotted him. He's overheated the cores of the rears. That's not going to be good for him. Back at the front, half a second.
Vintage, spin, I beg of you. Spin out of the way. This might be a time where Prince Arrow might not win.
A largely uncontested campaign here tonight.
Match made in fucking history.
Of course, won the sprint race on penalties. Now looking like the car to beat heading into this next and final phase of the race. The final
He's got DRS on Vintage.
is upon us. Started P4 and ending.
No, Vintage has got DRS on Prince.
Is that front position going to hold as Vintage?
Come on.
Is hot
Come on,
his
Vintage.
heels. CJQ being without a doubt the biggest gainer alongside Grandad Gamer here. But eyes to the front. 12 lap hards, 9 lap mediums. They're going to be roughly on parity in terms of grip given the wear.
Have him off, have him off.
So it does all come down to this. Pump everything into this last lap. You can see Prince Oro has got much more battery, way more tools and resources to defend with, and it looks like it could be a done deal coming through turn 4. Only one real overtake opportunity left. As
Made Red Dog to get another penalty.
Down into sector 2, and it's going to be close. It's going to be close. It's going to be tough. See, Vintage AR5 giving it everything, absolutely everything that he can. Leaving it all on the track here, pumping every ounce of that
Prince
battery
might just get it.
out into the wheels. Not quite going to be enough though. Prince is going to get through and is going to take the checkered flag.
Well done.
Prince Aru in the kick Sauber wins the Austria feature
You don't
race
sound
and the
sarcastic
sprint
at all
race.
when you
It's
say
a
it,
perfect
Sauber.
showing here for the
Oh my
Kick
god, I
Sauber
actually secured
with the
third
Vintage
entirely.
in second place. CJQ
I've done
absolutely
that.
meteoric
I've actually secured
rise
third.
into third
Yeah, I had
place
9
from the
seconds
back
anyway,
of the
mate.
grid
Fourth,
to
get in.
showing. And now penalties deciding much on
GG's
track.
on the
Grandad Gamer,
podium.
another massive gain into 4th place as Red Dog
Fuck you,
and
Japan.
the Mercedes along with Lee Q all going to get hit by penalties of some kind.
Come on,
them down
someone give me an
Pebble 2.
achievement. Someone give
Danny
me an
Dine into
achievement.
8th position as that guy goes into 9th, and Stray Dog getting placed down into P12 as Lucifer and
I
Gravy
don't
Brain
think
get
I was going
P10
to
and
involve
11.
in any incident.
Again, following penalty adjustments.
I think I survived a few.
I need
Yeah.
to.
I think people will be
amazing
moaning because I'm
job.
slow in, fast out, but
And
that's on them.
solid work from the
That's
field.
why their
Well,
tyres
I
are
need
dying.
to-
There are some drivers
I need
who
to
just
watch-
DJ's on
cuts
the
above the rest today.
podium. Way.
And that
Yeah, good
is,
job,
of
mate.
course, going to be race
I need
and
to,
fastest lap going to
I
Prince.
need to screen
And
share my
then
fucking shit, man.
CJQ, driver of the day.
Wait.
Not surprised with such
I got driver of the day.
massive jump. Danny's going to interestingly get the most
Connor, if that was
overtakes
my
and the
fault, my bad,
cleanest
but I don't
reward
think it
going to
was.
Grandad Gamer.
I need to watch it.
In row 2,
Oh, he's
and
joined
there
them,
you
didn't
have
say
it, folks. So, first, second, third,
I'm gonna have a
Prince Aru,
look.
Vintage, and CJQ, with Grandad Gamer and Danny Dine completing 4th and 5th place. Red Dog Twin, RBH, WTT, or RB Hewitt as I've been calling him, Ninjinho, Lee Q, and that guy complete your top 10. And then it's Connor, Lucifer, Gravy Brain, Stray Dog, and Robert Kaz Play completing your finisher order. Our intro unfortunately disconnecting, so finishing all the way down in P16. Villeneuve,
Hang on, let me
Jonesy,
screenshot this.
Mason, and Mellow
Driver of the day.
Space.
Happy days.
I am the
Goodbye
cleanest driver. I got an
to
award
their
for once.
results
Yes.
As they
That's my first award as well.
the session. So there you have it, folks.
18 points.
That is
Not bad.
session done and dusted for today, and that is where we leave you for the evening.
Last
It has
all the way
been
up the
an
podium.
Absolute pleasure to commentate for you here in Tier 3. We don't get to do it very often, unfortunately, but I would certainly
I'm really
not
proud of
be
myself, actually.
remiss. I'd be more than happy if they were to introduce more coverage for Tier 3 in the future. But we'll see where the road goes on that front. Next week, you can return to us for the standard coverage you've come to expect. Tier 1 on Tuesday, Tier 2 on the Wednesday, courtesy of the Driveline team. And I know that we've had a little bit of a change up this week, Alex being away for a couple of weeks, but he'll be back with you from the next week after next, as you'll be having another new face joining you in the paddock. But I'm not going to spoil anything. I'm going to leave that a little bit of a surprise, as we'll see where that holds
CJ,
next week.
on my
Now,
screen.
though, folks, make sure that you join us for future rounds by following
Oh,
the
hang on, let me swap
channel
back to my
if you haven't
phone real
done so
quick.
already. Making sure you check out our website prospectseracing.com for
Yeah?
the full standings breakdown, and as
Just sharing my
as
screen
that,
if you
other
can
things
see
we
it.
do in areas like GT7
hold on.
and
I'm just going
iRacing.
to Emma's stream.
Stay tuned, folks.